Welcome to another insightful video from the Key to the Manager's Mindset series. I'm your host, Dr. Chris. Today, we're going to embark on an enlightening journey, exploring the art and science of effective goal setting and efficient execution. Have you ever set a goal for yourself, perhaps a New Year's resolution, only to find it abandoned by February? Or maybe you've had a long-term ambition, a dream you've nurtured, but somehow it always seems just out of reach. If you've experienced these struggles, know that you're not alone. Many of us grapple with setting goals and following through on them. But what if I told you there was a way to not only set meaningful goals, but also to execute them effectively? A method to transform your dreams into reality, to turn your someday into today. That's precisely what we're going to delve into, unveiling techniques that can set you on the path to success. Mastering the art of goal setting and execution is more than just a skill. It's a game changer. It's the secret sauce that can help you achieve more in less time, bringing you closer to your aspirations. It's the key to unlocking a life of fulfillment where you're in the driver's seat, steering your journey towards your desired destination. Imagine waking up each morning with a sense of purpose, knowing exactly what you need to do to inch closer to your dreams. Think about the satisfaction of seeing your efforts bear fruit, the joy of ticking off those goals one by one. Picture the confidence that comes from knowing you have the power to shape your destiny. That's the power of effective goal setting and execution. And today, we're going to equip you with the tools to harness this power to carve your path towards success. So without further ado, let's dive into the fascinating world of goal setting and execution. What exactly are goals? Why do so many of us struggle with achieving them? These are questions that we've all asked ourselves at one point or another. Goals are the targets we aim for, the dreams we chase, and the ambitions we strive to fulfill. They are the stepping stones that guide us on our path to success. But not all goals are created equal. They can be broken down into three main categories: short-term, medium-term, and long-term. Short-term goals are those we aim to achieve within a matter of weeks or months. They are immediate and often serve as building blocks for our larger ambitions. Medium-term goals, on the other hand, are like milestones on our journey. They could be a project we want to complete within the next year, or a skill we're looking to acquire within the next few years. They bridge the gap between our short-term actions and our long-term vision. Finally, we have long-term goals. These are the big picture ambitions that inspire us and give our lives purpose. They might be a decade away, but they light the path and give direction to our shorter-term goals. While setting goals is a crucial first step, achieving them is often a different story. The road to success is littered with obstacles, and it's all too easy to lose sight of our objectives. One common challenge is a lack of clarity. If our goals are too vague, it's hard to know what steps we need to take to reach them. Another roadblock is lack of motivation. It's easy to be enthusiastic at the beginning, but as time goes on, our initial excitement can fade. Without motivation, our goals can start to feel more like chores than exciting opportunities. And then there's the lack of a clear plan. Without a roadmap, our journey towards our goals can feel like wandering in the wilderness. It's easy to get lost and lose sight of our destination. But fear not, for there's a tool that can help us overcome these challenges. SMART goals. This acronym stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Specific goals are clear and well-defined. Instead of saying, I want to get fit, a specific goal would be, I want to run a marathon in 6 months. This gives us a clear target to aim for. Measurable goals allow us to track our progress. If our goal is to run a marathon, a measurable aspect could be the distance we're able to run each week. Achievable goals are realistic and within our abilities. While it's good to aim high, setting goals we can actually achieve boosts our confidence and motivates us to keep going. Relevant goals align with our broader life objectives. If our long-term goal is to become a professional athlete, running a marathon is certainly relevant. But if our ultimate aim is to become a world-class chef, it may not be the best use of our time. Finally, time-bound goals have a clear deadline. This creates a sense of urgency and helps keep us motivated. With a firm grasp on what goals are and the common difficulties in achieving them, we can now move on to setting effective goals. Setting effective goals is a skill that can be learned and honed. It's not about blindly aiming for the stars, but rather, it's about identifying what truly matters to you, breaking down your dreams into attainable steps, committing your goals to paper, and then visualizing your success. Let's start with understanding your priorities. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life and lose sight of what's truly important. To counteract this, take some time to reflect on your values and passions. What drives you? What do you want to achieve in life? These questions can guide you in identifying your key priorities. Once you've nailed down your priorities, you can align your goals with them. This alignment not only gives your goals a sense of purpose, but also ensures that they are truly meaningful to you. Next, let's tackle the mammoth task of breaking down your big goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. Picture your goal as a mountain. Standing at the foot of it, the peak seems incredibly far away. But if you break your journey down into a series of smaller hikes, each peak becomes a little less daunting. The same principle applies to your goals. Start by defining your long-term goal, then break it down into medium-term objectives, and finally, identify the short-term tasks that will help you reach each objective. This process makes your goals seem less overwhelming and provides a clear roadmap for you to follow. Now you might be thinking, I've got my goals in my head, isn't that enough? Well, not quite. Writing down your goals is a powerful tool for accountability. It's a tangible commitment to yourself that you're serious about achieving your goals. Not only does it serve as a constant reminder of what you're working towards, but it also allows you to track your progress over time. So, grab a notebook or open up a new document on your computer and start jotting down your goals. Finally, let's talk about visualization. This isn't about daydreaming or wishful thinking, it's about mentally preparing yourself for success. Picture yourself achieving your goal. What does it look like? How does it feel? This mental image can serve as a source of motivation and focus. It can help you overcome challenges and keep you going when the going gets tough. To recap, effective goal setting involves identifying your priorities, breaking down big goals into smaller tasks, writing down your goals and visualizing your success. These strategies can help you stay focused, motivated, and on track to achieving your goals. Once you've set your goals, the next step is planning and execution. Having a goal is great, but without a plan and execution, it's just a dream. We've already talked about understanding what goals are and how to set them, but setting a goal is just the first step. What comes next is equally important: planning and execution. This is where your dream starts taking shape in the real world. First things first, let's talk about planning. Planning is like laying down the roadmap to your destination. It's about breaking down your goal into bite-sized tasks and figuring out the sequence in which you need to tackle them. Detailed planning provides you with clarity and direction. It helps you stay focused and organized, and it significantly reduces the risk of getting overwhelmed. There are many ways to plan. Some people prefer traditional methods like using a physical planner or calendar, while others might opt for digital tools and apps. The key is to find a method that works best for you and stick to it. Remember, the goal of planning is not to create a work of art, but to create a clear and practical guide that you can follow. Next, let's talk about a productivity technique that can take your planning to the next level: time blocking. Time blocking is about dedicating specific chunks of time to certain tasks. This helps you stay focused and makes it easier to manage your time efficiently. It's like making an appointment with yourself to work on your goals. Now, how do you implement time blocking? First, estimate how much time you'll need for each task. Then, schedule these tasks into your calendar, just like you would schedule a meeting or a doctor's appointment. Remember to schedule in some breaks as well. You're not a robot after all. But planning and time blocking are not enough. You also need to keep track of your progress. This is where daily, weekly, and monthly reviews come into play. Regular reviews allow you to assess your progress, identify any roadblocks, and adjust your plan if necessary. Think of it this way: if you were sailing a ship, you wouldn't just set the course and then ignore the compass, would you? Of course not. You'd regularly check your position and adjust the course if needed. The same principle applies to achieving your goals. Let's move on to another important aspect of execution: minimizing distractions. In today's digital age, distractions are everywhere. Social media, emails, news, you name it. They're like little thieves, stealing away your precious time and focus. So how do you protect yourself from these thieves? One way is to set specific no distraction periods during your day. During these periods, you turn off all your notifications and focus solely on your tasks. You might be surprised by how much more you can achieve when you're not constantly interrupted. Finally, let's talk about accountability. It's easy to make promises to ourselves and then break them. But when someone else is involved, it's a different story. That's where an accountability partner comes in. An accountability partner is someone who knows your goals and helps you stay on track. They can be a friend, a colleague, or even a mentor. Having regular check-ins with your accountability partner can provide you with that extra push to stay committed to your goals. In conclusion, planning and execution are crucial for turning your goals from dreams into reality. They require discipline, focus, and persistence. But with the right strategies and tools, you can make the journey much smoother and more enjoyable. Now that you have your goals and a plan, it's time to keep the momentum. Staying motivated and persistent is key to achieving your goals. It's the fuel that keeps your engine running, even when the road gets bumpy. So how do we keep this fuel from running out? Let's talk about a reward system. It's human nature to respond positively to rewards. We're wired to appreciate a pat on the back, a token of appreciation, or a moment of celebration. So why not use this to our advantage? Let's create a reward system for achieving milestones. It could be something as simple as treating yourself to your favorite dessert after a week of consistent hard work, or perhaps a weekend getaway after completing a major project. This not only gives you something to look forward to, but also reinforces the positive behavior that got you there in the first place. But rewards are not just about celebrating the big wins. They're equally, if not more, important for acknowledging the small victories along the way. This brings us to our next point, tracking progress. It's easy to lose sight of how far we've come when we're hyper-focused on how far we still have to go. By taking the time to track your progress, you create a visual representation of your journey. You'll be surprised at how a series of small steps can lead to a big leap forward. Imagine climbing a mountain. As you ascend, you don't always see the peak, but when you turn around, you see the vast expanse you've traversed. That's what tracking progress does. It turns your focus around, showing you the distance you've covered and reminding you that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do. It keeps the flame of motivation burning bright. Now, while we're on the subject of mountains, let's talk about the inevitable setbacks. They're like the loose rocks or sudden storms you encounter on your climb. They might slow you down or even cause you to stumble. But remember, setbacks are part of the journey. They're not roadblocks, they're stepping stones. When faced with a setback, instead of seeing it as a failure, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. It's a chance to reassess your strategy to figure out what works and what doesn't. Every setback carries a lesson. Embrace it. Learn from it. It's these lessons that build resilience, that transform you into a seasoned climber, well equipped to navigate the rugged terrains of your journey. And remember, it's okay to take a breather. It's okay to rest when you're tired. But it's not okay to quit. Persistence is not about running at full speed all the time. It's about keeping going, even when you're moving at a snail's pace. It's about refusing to be deterred by the hurdles along the way. So if you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, take a step back. Break down your goal into smaller, more manageable tasks. Celebrate each task you complete and track your progress. Learn from your setbacks and use them as stepping stones to move forward. And above all, persist. For it's not the speed, but the direction that matters. Remember, persistence is key. Keep going, even when things get tough. After all, the view from the top is worth every step of the climb. We've covered a lot of ground today on goal setting and execution. We've explored the essence of goals and the common challenges we all face in achieving them. We've dived deep into the concept of SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, and how they provide a robust framework for setting effective goals. We've also journeyed through various goal-setting strategies, from identifying our top priorities to breaking down larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. We've underlined the importance of writing down our goals and using visualization techniques to keep our focus sharp and motivation high. In our exploration, we've acknowledged the significance of detailed planning and its practical tools, such as calendars, planners, or digital apps. We've introduced the concept of time blocking to optimize productivity and advocated for regular progress reviews to maintain momentum. We've discussed the methods to minimize distractions and the value of having an accountability partner. Finally, we've explored the essential role of motivation and persistence in achieving our goals. We've suggested a reward system for reaching milestones, stressed the importance of tracking small wins to keep our motivation high, and reminded ourselves that setbacks are part of the journey and that it's crucial to learn from them. Now it's your turn to put these strategies into practice. Start setting your goals, break them down into manageable tasks, and begin your journey towards success. Remember, the journey towards achieving your goals is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires dedication, effort, and a lot of patience, but the rewards are worth it. So, start today, and before you know it, you'll be achieving more in less time and feeling fulfilled. I'd love to hear about your goals. Feel free to share them in the comments or follow up on social media. That wraps up our video on goal setting and execution. If you found this content valuable, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. This way, you won't miss out on any of our upcoming videos, all designed to help you unlock your full potential. And remember, this is just the beginning. We have a whole playlist dedicated to effective management and leadership strategies that you might find beneficial. It's a treasure trove of knowledge that could be the missing piece to your success puzzle. Your journey to becoming a master goal setter doesn't have to end here. Keep the momentum going by exploring our related videos for more insights and actionable tips. And finally, don't keep all this wisdom to yourself. Sharing is caring after all. So, if you know someone who could benefit from these goal-setting strategies, do them a favor and share this video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to share this video with others who might be interested in goal setting.